Get it out of the way. Let's just get that part out of the way. I mean, let's just get it out of the way. Dude's ass, bro.
Do not cross a bridge you don't want to cross. All right.
Bud. Dude's not good. No, he's good. I can't
even hate on him like
I
that.
can't say that. No, he's very good. Wrong.
You would have. I'd take you would have beat John.
All right, bro.
Is that wild?
That's crazy. Not even a hot take.
I'd take the
Beat
way
John.
John looked.
Bro, we
John
didn't even
would've
get to
subbed him
see.
in.
We didn't even get to see John.
John would have subbed him in.
That'd be John's hardest fight ever. I think John's gonna sub him like that quick. Rogan's. Let's start.
Hold up, let me get it on my computer, bro.
Yeah, I just came.
That's crazy, bro. You crazy.
Well, you hated on him when he left, and now you're back on the bandwagon. Now you're back. You said he's a bitch.
Because I didn't think
you said he's
I didn't think
scared.
it was possible. I didn't think it was possible
That
what
what?
he did. What he did is crazy, bro.
Who cares what he did, bro?
That's crazy. It's one and the only time. It's one and the only kind of thing.
Who cares?
The dude was sitting. He was on the fighter advocate table. That's crazy. Nobody has ever done it. No active fighter has ever done it ever.
Ass, bro. Has nothing to
Listen.
do with how he.
All right,
What we wanna
let's just
see.
start. Just start.
With that,
Yeah, we could start
Okay,
with
go ahead.
Francis Ngannou
yeah.
joining the PFL. Okay,
Some
whoever's in here, I don't know. who's
fucking
in.
weird shit.
He joined the PFL, got a good contract, amazing contract. He's getting paid. His opponents are getting paid. Cass over here does not agree with it whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna say my part, and then you can say your part.
Go
Okay?
ahead.
Is that fair?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And I won't interrupt when you go? Okay. Francis Ngannou is from Cameroon. Okay? Broke. Didn't have anything. Literally zero. He comes, changes his life. He crosses the Mediterranean. Everyone knows how he did all that shit. Okay, I won't talk about that. He comes to the UFC. He's in the UFC. He works his way up. Becomes the champion. Still getting treated bad by the
600K.
UFC.
That's nothing.
Okay. He gets promised. He left the UFC for a while due to injury and because the money wasn't right. He leaves. Dana White's still not paying. You know how he was fighting him to
Yeah,
get paid.
he was waiting.
He gets paid. Okay, he gets a nice contract. He's the richest heavyweight of all time. But it's not money at that point. The reason why he left is not because of money. It's because he wanted control over his future, his career, which no other fighter has besides one guy, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor could do whatever he wants because he brings in the numbers. Okay, that's fine. But at the same time, Francis is still a fighter. He still wants to do what he wants to do. He goes to the PFL. He is getting paid high 7 figures now. High 7 figures. It's in the contract. He's getting money. His opponents are getting money. He knows that because in the PFL, there's not that many names. The 4th ranked heavyweight is Maurice Green, bro.
Yeah.
And he was in the UFC. He was mid at best.
Hmm.
Okay. But now these fighters are going to get paid. From what? From Francis. So that's already a good deed. On top of that, he is expanding PFL to the place where he came from Africa. You think UFC would say UFC Africa? You think that would ever be a thing? Not in a million years. You want to know why? Because they won't do that. They just won't do that. The PFL is extending their way for him, and he is running that. He is his own ambassador. Okay. Don't get me wrong. The UFC is great. We have this whole podcast based on the UFC because it's a good company. But what the UFC is simply you want to fight, we'll sign you a contract, you'll fight, and you're done. Nobody cares about you. Half of these retired fighters, the second they leave, they have nothing. Okay, Francis is a champion, he's getting paid $300K a fight. Let's say he would have retired from that knee injury. Nobody gives a fuck about Francis. The UFC will never help him ever again. They won't. Okay, they'll probably have a retirement post on Instagram. This guy is his own ambassador. The second he's done with the sport, he has a whole second half of his career. Now, why the hell wouldn't the heavyweight champion of the world want that? Don't get me wrong. He missed out on a John Jones fight. He probably would have got paid $25 million for that John Jones fight. Probably would have got that. But after that $25 million, with what else that he wants to do with his life, he couldn't do it because the UFC is just like a rapper contract. It's like the rapping industry. You get money, you get paid, they'll hook you up while you're a part of it. But the second you leave it, nobody cares about you. So shout out to Francis Ngannou from coming from nothing, from the absolute dirt, literally being a sand mine worker, into building his name, okay, and becoming something for the rest of life. We will always know Francis Ngannou. Everyone will know Francis Ngannou based on this, depending on if the PFL is successful or not. You can't hate that.
All right, here we go. So, do I agree with his story? And, am I happy for him? Sure. But at the end of the day, I'm a fan of fighting. I'm not a fan of a businessman. I'm not a fan of, these the other guys with Dana White, all of them just doing business. I don't give two shits about the money. I care about what happens in an octagon. PFL, am I going to watch him fight? Yeah, because I want to see how bad he smokes those guys, those zero comp garbage men over there they got. Who cares to watch Francis fight? He might be a minus 6,000 favorite. He actually might be. That's what he's going to do to those guys. And realistically, he's probably just going to just knock one guy out and probably just stop fighting because he's about to do boxing at the end of 2023. Probably get paid like 50 mil. Then he's had that fight in PFL mid 2024, knock the guy in like 6 seconds. He's probably going to retire from fighting realistically because by then he'll be 37 years old. His knee is still probably going to, not be in the best shape. He's probably going to want to call it a career. Okay, good for him. Good for you and your business. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't. I want to see him fight in the octagon, right, against John Jones. I want to see him fight Sergey Pavlovich. I want to see an all-time great fight with John Jones that we've been robbed of. Robbed. Probably the two best heavyweights ever, if you think about it, realistically. You have the greatest of all time just in general versus Francis is, him and Stipe, probably the greatest heavyweights ever. And now, guess what? We're not going to see it. Because why? Because he didn't want to fight John Jones, and he was bitching about the money. Okay, he's set up for the rest of his life. He's setting up the fighters. He's gonna beat up, all that stuff. Okay, cool. But we're fight fans, not business fans. I want to see good fights. If Francis goes in there, right, and he has a Derek Lewis type performance where they just didn't do anything, I doubt it's gonna happen. But if that happens, right, and he's still getting paid all this money, and his partner or his opponent's getting paid all this money, who cares? We're watching nothing. And then we're not going to get a back and forth banger like we probably would have got, with him and Pavlovich or him and whoever. We're going to get Francis knocking the guy out in about, 10, 15 seconds maybe. And then we're going to be sitting there like, oh, yeah, we knew that. At the end of the day, congrats to him for his money that he's making and him going to Africa and bringing the PFL to Africa. Yeah, cool with that. But at the end of the day, no one's going to be watching PFL in Africa with these African fighters. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because they don't have a name yet. Bring a name first, If he says, I'm bringing all these UFC fighters with me to the PFL and they're all getting paid and we're going to put on banger fights, different deal. But he's going there by himself, getting fights nobody cares to see, nobody cares to watch. There's people out there making $1 million every day. Do I care? No. If they're doing something badass to make it, yeah, it's cool. Him, what is he doing? He's there for the money. He's already rich. Now he wants to get more rich. And he knows he's going to be able to do that because he's going to be fighting bums. Okay? He's running from scared competition. Like right now, if Hamzat just left the UFC, said I'm going to go pursue business, we've been robbed of a great career and great potential matchups. Do I care what he's going to go do with his business? No. If he goes to ONE FC and starts fighting, am I going to care? No. I'm going to watch the first couple fights, watch him beat everybody up. That's it. It's done. End of the day, I'm a fight fan. Some people might be business fans. Some people might be... At the end of the day, I'm a fight fan. I care to watch good fights. I like to have a cool story going into the fight. What's Francis Ngannou's story going to be going into the fight, Maurice Green? One of the worst heavyweights the UFC's ever seen, Maurice Green, versus one of the best heavyweights the UFC's ever seen. What storyline do you build up? Oh, debut for Francis. He's fighting a tall, lanky guy. This guy trains with John Jones. We all know the outcome to this fight. We all know the outcome to all these Francis Ngannou's fights. I mean, the guy's not going to be fighting MMA until he's 37 years old. I mean, that's his next fight. People are forgetting. He had a whole nother year. You know how much everyone's going to forget about this lucrative deal in a year? In a year from now, we're going to be like, oh shit, Francis has a fight. I forgot. It's been scheduled a year ago. That means you would have fought in 4.5 years. The dude's irrelevant. I mean, the dude is just irrelevant. I'm going to say it like it is.
Bro, but this is where I need to disagree with you on this. I have to disagree on you this. Maybe we are fight fans. I'm a fight fan too, obviously, because the amount of money he's making, the amount of business he's doing has nothing to do with me. It's not benefiting me in any way compared to entertainment, like you said. But at the same time, you have to respect what he's doing, and maybe you do. You do respect.
Yeah, he's
what
doing something nobody's done. Like he's got a crazy
Exactly.
deal that realistically no one's probably gonna ever get.
Yeah.
You know, but my bad to cut you off, but it's because he is such a big name, right? And he is probably the biggest free agent, you know, in recent memory in MMA. So, I mean, I'm not saying I really do think if somebody else, you know, of his name went and did that, they could do it. They can get that kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's just him doing it that makes it a big deal because he's the first guy to actually ask for something so crazy. But like if Hamza asked for that in the PFL, 100% he'd get it. He'd probably get it and more because he's a bigger name than Francis.
Okay, but this is where for your first statement, I don't disagree with that. But I disagree with your first statement mainly because Francis, if he would have left the UFC and just signed a deal with the PFL, just like heck, just had a deal with PFL making a bag, and okay, maybe he guaranteed money for his opponent. I would think that's a stupid reason because you're beating that opponent's ass either way. Yeah, he's getting paid, but you're still fighting him, you know? But he's setting up other people. The thing with PFL Africa, it's not just like a certain branch where African fighters are. They are developing
They're gonna go there.
talent over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff in that continent. A whole ass continent is of people who don't have a chance to showcase their talent. There's probably so many African talents that could have been great basketball players, football players, because they're born with talent. And the PFL would never have done something like that without getting him on board. So it's a whole. It's more than just like his business.
You're right.
It's
but
more than just that.
Look at it. This I think it all depends on what you're looking at it for. Are you looking for a guy that is gonna bring, you know, more eyes to the sport, as in, you know, creating it in a different, you know, country and shit or continent, whatever? Or, you know, do you care about that guy by himself? Because Francis, realistically, you know, people care about him fighting. You know, if he just, you know, became a free agent, boxed Wilder or AJ or Fury at the end of this year in 2023, made $50 million, and the other boxer was obviously going to probably make more than him, and then come back to the UFC, perfect. Nobody would complain because by then, either John Jones is still going to be champ if he doesn't retire. Somehow, some way, Stipe wins. They'll have a trilogy, or you're going to have Pavlovich there. You're going to have amazing fights on your way back to the UFC with a bag and a bag that your opponent got.
Yeah.
So it all depends. I'm looking at it as I want to see what the fighter Francis Ngannou does, not the man. The man Francis Ngannou is doing cool things. The fighter, I don't like it one bit.
But the thing is, Francis is not looking at what us fans care about.
That's
It's not.
know.
And I respect that. He's his own man. It's his own life.
Yeah,
He is doing
wants to
something
make-
that benefits him
and his opponents.
and his opponents, not only his opponents, fighters around the world.
Yeah, no,
he's
it's cool.
He's making a structure that no fighter has ever advocated for, especially in the UFC, because it's not possible. It is not possible. Dana White would never do that for any fighter in the UFC. Any fighter, except for Conor McGregor. That's it.
It's because, bro, the UFC, the show goes on without you. They don't.
Exactly.
That's the best part about it. They don't need to depend on people. If Francis Ngannou within the next 2 years just calls it quits on his stuff, then what? They're stuck with nothing.
But
That's
you
what the
need
UFC doesn't have to worry about.
You need to think about through his eyes. Okay, the show must go on.
I know, I
He
agree.
tore his ACL. They were trying to move, go to the interim right away. Right when he tore his ACL, they showed signs that they don't care about you. They only care about what your body can do in that ring.
Yeah, I agree.
And so imagine that. Imagine you were in his shoes, okay? And that's how you were being treated, and you had an option to go be your own, contractor, your own self-contractor, without somebody who you need to rely on every single day, because you do. You need to rely on UFC fighters need to rely on the UFC every single day, no matter what. Imagine you get to be free, bro. He's free now, realistically.
Yeah, no, I said it. Good for him. But I don't care that he's free.
Yeah, but
and he doesn't care what I think. I don't care how he feels.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's just, what do majority of people want to see? They want to see a man succeed outside of fighting, or they want to see, you know, what they're in the sport for, fighting against the best. And it's all opinion, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Good for what he did. You know, he's bringing more eyes to the sport through Africa. He's getting his opponents paid. He's getting paid. He's getting, make sure like their insurance or health insurance is good, you know, whatever. All that stuff.
My mic's on.
Yeah, it's all good. All good. That's fine. But me as a fight fan,
You're there for the
good
fight.
for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. It is what it is. But am I Am I to go, start commenting on his posts, condemning his ideas and whatever? No, he's doing his own thing, that no one else has done. That's fine. Good for him. Like, I'm not gonna be, sitting there like talking about that stuff only. I only care about what's happening in the octagon or in the fights. But as business wise, and what he's doing and where he's come from, it's a huge accomplishment, no doubt. No, I don't think anybody is hating on that part. They're just upset that we got robbed of one of the greatest fights we'll ever see, like matchup wise. I don't know how it'd perform, but the greatest fights we've ever seen against the greatest, probably one of the greatest athletes ever, versus the guy that holds the biggest punch probably in history ever in this world of billions of people that's lived here. Amazing matchup. Realistically, both in their primes, and we're getting robbed of it. It's just, that's the only thing that's killing me.
Oh no!
If John Jones wasn't here, I'd be probably mimicking what you're saying. But John Jones is here, and that's something I feel like we're getting boned out of. If it was Stipe, right, and he went and did this, everybody knows he's gonna knock Stipe out again. Realistically, if it was Pavlovich, realistically, he's probably gonna knock Pavlovich out too. But bro, it's John Jones versus Francis. It's been 3 years in the making. They're both going at it on Twitter back and forth every other day. Nothing happened.
Bro, we got robbed. Of course, we got robbed.
If somehow he can go to the PFL and then come back when he's like 39 or something, I wouldn't be pissed. But I'm just saying he needed to be in the UFC in order to keep his name relevant. I feel like his name is I feel like it's not even gonna be as big as it was.
The thing is with these fighters, especially like Francis, Hamza, Connor, John Jones, all these Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, all these fighters, it gets to a point where like these fighters aren't even athletes anymore. They're businessmen. Realistically, they really are all businessmen. And what is their business? Their fights.
Yeah,
that's their business. So yeah, you might, like a lot of people say, like, yeah, we care about the fights, not about the business, like how you said. But that is their business.
That's what they care about.
You know what I'm saying? That is their business. So like I can't hate on him. Yeah, I'm sad mainly because we got robbed of a huge fight. Yeah, we've been talking about that for like 2 years.
That's the only thing I care
about. We've been talking about that for 2 years, just talking about when it's gonna happen. Yeah, we got robbed, but like I guess we gotta just agree to disagree.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's doing that stuff and he's not fighting like in the UFC. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not gonna change his mind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when he first when he first said he's done with the UFC and Dana White said he's never gonna sign him again. That's it. The story's over. There's nothing else that needs to be said. Whatever he goes and does, it benefits him, and the people that he's helping out. But realistically, I just don't think his name's gonna be relevant.
It's gonna be tough. The only way I feel like this will be successful if he boxes this year.
Yeah, if he boxes, which he said he is, then it's a major dub.
If he boxes this year and then goes to the PFL,
the major
it's
dub.
Huge. Yeah,
the major dub.
But if we have to wait to 2024 to see him fight, then it's gonna be tough. Because then, like you said, people are gonna be like, "What?" Unless he's active around social media with everything. That's the only way.
That, and he has to somehow grab somebody from Bellator or even the UFC and just get that matchup, because in the PFL, I don't know one heavyweight besides Maurice Green.
Yeah, it's
like I don't even know any.
If you look at the rankings, it's really disgusting. But good conversation though. Let's talk about the other fight news. Great, now we're on to the UFC. Crazy fight news. Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt. Let's start from the top. How do you feel about that fight?
Pretty weird how they I don't like how they did it for the BMF, because they did it for one fight and Jorge was still active and they still didn't do it at all. Like it was weird that they just made it out of nowhere for these two guys. The fight is going to be, I don't know. I feel like these guys they're both old, they're both veterans. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as people think. I just think Poirier he did to him already. I think Poirier just wins. Gaethje looked good against Fiziev, and Poirier looked good against Chandler. But, like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the matchup. I like the matchup, but I don't like how it's the way they did it. Like, main event for the BMF belt. Like, I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
The thing I was confused about is, like, what does it mean for the winner? Are they fighting for a title? I mean, you have to.
No, I doubt it.
You don't think so?
No. It's Charles versus Beneil. If Beneil loses...
Yeah, I'm not obviously with that fight. Because this is after that fight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, Well, you're probably gonna get Islam versus the winner of that fight, Charles and Benny, in like November, December-ish. The loser of the Gaethje and Poirier fight's retiring, most likely. Then the winner, I mean, are they gonna really be chasing belts? I don't know. I really don't think they are. And I mean, we know their story. I mean, I don't want to see an Islam versus Poirier or Islam versus Gaethje. I don't. I want to see Islam versus Benny or Charles again, or Islam versus Saryukian or Volk, someone like that. Because, bro, they don't give a threat to Islam. Those two guys, they really don't. It's sad to say because they're both great fighters. They like to stand and bang, but they don't pose one threat to that dude, and that's why I don't want to see it because we just know what's gonna happen. I mean, these guys both lost to Khabib. Islam's looking better than Khabib. He really is. So I don't know. I feel like just a good fight. It's gonna be entertaining, but like it doesn't mean shit for the winner or loser. Cool, you know, I got a BMF belt, but like that thing's been in play for 3 years, and it's been won. You know, they won it, and they haven't used it since, and now they just automatically want to use it.
Yeah, I think Jorge was just refusing every time they probably brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, but him versus like Colby, like the BMF belt would have been dope.
That would have been dope.
Or even Usman, you know, for the first fight or the second fight, whenever. I feel like they waited too long to the point where, like, okay, now what? Whoever wins it, they're gonna wait another 3 years to use it again.
I think I think they're going in a different direction with it. I think like whoever wins the BMF belt is probably gonna be up for grabs. You know, now it's gonna be up for grabs. I hope so, but like nobody really cares a fuck about that belt.
The BMF is a thing that Jorge and Nate Diaz created. Yeah. It doesn't really mean anything to these other guys. Like if Poirier wins, and let's say they're defending the BMF belt, like it's gonna really be a baddest mother effer fight if he fights.
Bobby Green.
Bobby, like some type of just like lightweight that's just like, you know, not like versus Gamrot. Like
Gamrot's not the baddest motherfucker.
That's not like baddest motherfucker fight. Like it's really not.
I think
the fight's gonna be entertaining because they fought before. It was entertaining, and they're both a little bit older now, but they're both good enough to put on a good show. And it is a main event, so it is always a little bit more crazy on a main event. But I just feel like I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be a main event for a BMF belt. Yeah. If it was like a co-main 5-round, you know, like the Bully versus Gilbert, you know, no title, just co-main 5-round. I don't know. I feel like it'd have more like, can't even explain it. Like even as a co-main and not a main, as a co-main, just like I feel like people would be buzzing about it more. As a main event, people are like, we could probably have like a title, like a real title on the like, you know, like a John Jones versus whoever, you know, Stipe or on the. But now we got that. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, luckily the card is stacked top to bottom, so
insane.
So the card's gonna get a lot of love. But we'll just move on to the next. As time goes like sooner until the date because it's in July 29th, the end of July.
Yeah, about 2 months.
Yes, 2 months. But we're gonna definitely be talking about it as the time comes up closer, especially with all the news coming out. But Jan Blachowicz, Alex Pereira's debut.
Terrible matchup.
That's a crazy debut. Crazy debut.
It's not even that. It's how quick he turned around from getting flatlined is what's bothering me. Yeah. I'm thinking, you know, fight in November. This dude's fighting in July. Yeah. That's way too quick.
And he's fighting who beat his opponent.
Yeah, and he's fighting a guy that has that Polish power, that has real flatlining kind of power. Yeah. You know, Izzy's not really known for flatlining people. He did it to Alex because he hit him with the perfect, you know, shots. Yeah. Bro, this is a terrible matchup for Alex. I obviously probably in the octagon they're probably gonna weigh about the same, you know, 225 to 230 because Alex is huge.
Heavy dudes.
But if this fight was in November, I'd probably be leaning Alex. But since it's so quick, I'm leaning Jan like all day. Like I want Alex to win. You know, I'm curious to see how he's gonna look at light heavyweight. If he's gonna be like as quick, if he's gonna have that power. Obviously, his stand up is worlds ahead of, you know, Jan Blachowicz. But bro, just the quick turnaround is. Yeah, but it's killer.
Yeah, even with the stand-up, we know how Jan is against guys who have better stand-up from him. He's gonna try to take you down.
Yeah. So. He knows that, you know. And obviously, Izzy was a lot lighter than Alex. You know, in his 205 debut, Alex gonna be a lot heavier. So it might be a little bit harder for Jan to take him down. Izzy's awesome, but people, you know, they give Izzy, you know, I was one of those people. They gave him this insane credit for his takedown defense, but it's really not anything like crazy. It's good enough against mid-tier grapplers, you know, but against high-tier like grapplers, he's never stuffed a takedown. Like Whitaker in the second fight, obviously Whitaker in the first fight didn't shoot because he was standing up with Izzy, which is impossible. Whitaker took him down, and then in the second fight, Jan Blachowicz, bigger than him, took him down. Vittori in the second fight took him down. Obviously they weren't too good at controlling him there and doing much, but bro, Jan Blachowicz, if he I'm just saying for Izzy, he took Izzy down, he kept him there,
For every round.
And Alex doesn't have nowhere near kind of takedown defense that Izzy has. He's probably bigger and stronger, obviously, but I mean, if Jan Blachowicz gets him down, I don't think Alex can get up for the rest of the round.
He can finish him.
I'd be surprised if Alex just pops right back up after a minute, or goes to the fence, leans on it, stands up, and then breaks. I don't know. I was expecting, bro, Johnny Walker versus Alex Pereira in August would have been way better. Two guys with no chin, that would have been sick.
Alex Pereira and who?
Johnny Walker.
Oh yeah.
That would have been sick. Johnny Walker, 6'6", 205, same reach as Alex. Alex 6'5", 205, same reach. It would have been badass. Two Brazilian strikers, Johnny Walker wild, Alex Pereira way more technical but can get wild. Both got no chins.
You'd be promised a knockout.
Bro, you'd be promised a finish. I feel like that fight, that's way more entertaining than Jan Blachowicz. Because when Jan Blachowicz was getting striked up against Ankalaev, I lied. When Ankalaev was, when he was getting striked up against Jan Blachowicz, Ankalaev took him down and kept him there.
Oh.
Alex Pereira, in my opinion, doesn't oppose the threat of keeping Jan Blachowicz on the ground. There's
no
way. So, Jan Blachowicz, I mean, bro, his stand-up is good. It's not bad. It's good. He fucked up Ankalaev's legs in that fight. The only fight he had problems standing up was against Glover for some weird reason. Glover's a beast, though. But I don't know. Overall, the fight, I mean, we'll go more in depth, later on. But overall, I don't like the matchup for Alex. I want to see him pull it off, because if he doesn't pull it off, his name's, not as relevant.
Yeah, it'll be, really bad.
Yeah, if he loses, his heavyweight debut, then we're talking about him versus, Krylov at light heavyweight, him versus no names. Jan Blachowicz has a good name, and he's still in title contention. Alex wins, he's fighting for a title.
Yeah.
So I want Alex to win. But this is possibly Blachowicz and Ankalaev are probably the worst matchups for him.
I didn't think it was gonna be Blachowicz for his debut, honestly.
I thought Johnny Walker.
I thought Johnny Walker too, especially after his win.
Yeah, bro. But
I don't know.
Dana White gave us some. It's funny that guy Hamzat Hamzat knocked out, but that guy just knocked out Phil Hawes in 2 minutes. In this most recent card, he flatlined him.
Yeah,
this guy's a beast, bro. I mean, he's a beast. The guy's a beast. Paulo Costa, it's on the record. I know we say it. I know Lucas Tracy says it. I know a bunch of other guys. He's the worst ranked fighter in the UFC right now. I mean, the guy actually sucks.
Yeah,
I won't say that shit to his face. He'd probably knock me the fuck out. Who am I to tell this guy? But realistically. As a spectator, when I watch ranked fighters fight, he's not good. He's just not good. He's not good. And he's fighting a guy that's not ranked,
That's crazy.
That was his UFC debut, that guy.
That's crazy.
He's fighting that guy, right? Is that guy a tough matchup? Yeah. But, if Paulo Costa wins, who cares?
That's what I'm saying.
Who cares? If the other guy wins, damn, this guy's pretty legit. He just beat Paulo Costa, ranked middleweight. Let's get this guy up a fight with Hamza in a rematch.
No, the UFC needs...
That'd be sick.
That would be sick. The UFC needs this guy to win, honestly, especially the middleweight. No, they need Aliskerov to win.
Why Paulo Costa not go to light heavyweight and fight Alex Pereira?
That would be crazy.
That would be badass.
He should be Dana White.
That would be amazing.
Honestly.
2 Brazilian strikers.
That would be a money.
But
the thing is, with Aliskerov, he's a beast. Like you said, he's a beast. But Dana White is probably during that fight, he's probably gonna be praying to God that he wins because, bro. The middleweight division sucks balls. Literally balls.
Terrible.
Okay. So we seen Hamzat when he was ranked 13. He was at least ranked when he went up to 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was at least ranked. This guy's not even ranked. His debut was a few weeks ago. Fighting number 5 spot.
Bro, that is crazy. Because if that guy loses, right?
Nobody cares.
And not only that, people would be like, oh, his next fight. Let's just say his next fight at the end of the year. Oh, this guy's fight. This guy that lost to Hamza, lost to Paulo Costa. This guy's not bad. Who cares? I mean, his next fight's gonna be against a guy that's unranked, and he's probably gonna win. Is because realistically, kind of off topic, but I think they threw him D-Rod at 15. Yeah, that's great. That's how it's supposed to be. They're throwing this guy to Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa, like I said, he's not that good, right? Throwing Paulo Costa. Let's just say he loses, right? Now he has to fight 4 guys and win all of them to probably get into a ranked, contention again. It's kind of like fucked up to that guy. But I mean, Paulo Costa's not like best opponent.
I think he's game. I think Askarov's game.
Yeah, I mean, he took 0 damage in his last fight. I mean, he's ready to go, and he's probably his only loss to Hamza. And Hamza's amazing,
Well, the UFC, if he wins and then he's at the 5 spot, the middleweight's looking nice because now you got another opponent for what's his name?
Izzy.
So that's not
Izzy,
bad.
fuck that guy, bro. Izzy fucks that guy. Honestly, before we go on to the next fight, what division is good right now? Bantamweight. That's it.
Bantamweight is good. Welterweight's looking nice. Welterweight's looking nice. It is.
Only because you have the Bully, Leon, and Savcat.
Yeah.
I feel like Colby, like I want him to win against Leon. I really do. But I feel like his name's just he's been there for so long.
And Leon's up there.
And I said Leon. I'm just saying like, bro, Bantamweight, Song Yadong.
Oh, it's stacked top to bottom.
No, Bantamweight is ridiculous. There's so many guys to fight for a title. Sanhagen. Song Yadong just came off an impressive win against our boy. You got Sean O'Malley fighting. We'll talk about that against Aljo. Peter Yan still roaming around. I mean, it's ridiculous how many guys can realistically still fight for a title, like at bantamweight. Flyweight, featherweight, you got a guy that's too dominant there. Even though I do think Yair is going to give Volk his toughest featherweight fight since.
I don't.
I'm saying toughest since Max. I think like who was his fight after Max? He didn't fight anyone.
What's his name? Islam.
No, I'm saying at featherweight. No one.
Oh, nobody. No.
Yeah, in between the Max fights, did Ortega and Zombie. Mm-hmm. Those guys aren't real threats to him, Yair, I think, is going to be his toughest fight since Holloway.
I think it's going to be easy.
No, he might beat him. But I'm saying as long as it's going to last, then it's going to be his hardest fight since.
Yeah, like Zombie wasn't even a threat.
Zombie got thrown in there because he had to.
Because
Max Holloway got injured.
But
featherweight's not competitive.
Featherweight's not.
It's not.
Flyweight, nobody gives a fuck about that.
Lightweight, I mean, nobody's beating Islam.
Lightweight's good. It has good names, but the problem is, where the fuck is Islam? Why is he fighting? He's holding. I hate champions.
If he doesn't say something after the Charles and Benny fight, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
No, seriously, fuck this guy. He has to say something after that fight, or he has to be there. Yeah. I mean, just go there. Who cares?
I think welterweight, bantamweight, those two are stacked. Lightweight used to
light heavyweight's creeping up though now.
It is. It's getting
light heavyweight.
You got heavyweight is looking good.
Heavyweight's
too.
looking good too.
That's if John Jones.
That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, the light heavyweight's looking good because my boy Rakic is coming back. That dude's unreal. But I don't know how he's gonna come back with
Jamal.
Yeah, bro, Jamal, Alex.
Bro, Johnny Walker's having a second half of his career.
Yeah, bro, you got.
Johnny Walker.
Krylov is on like a 4-fight win streak. He just submitted Span. Krylov is known to sleep on. Light heavyweight's looking pretty nice right now too. I'm not gonna lie. I feel
light heavyweight's probably like 3 or 4 best division.
I see easy bantamweight.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
It's not even close.
Not even close. Especially since Henry.
I feel like it's gonna be. I forgot about him too. He's in there too, and he still wants to fight.
Yeah.
Man,
I
feel like bantamweight fights have so much more hype to it now compared to these other fights.
Because they got the names.
Bro, it's not even just it's the names, but their fights are just like, I don't know. I can't explain it. Like, because they're smaller guys, but they're so damn. Everyone hates each other there.
Their game, bro.
I feel like when you think about bantamweight, like O'Malley has problems with Aljo and Merab. Merab has problems with Peter Yan.
Merab has problems with everyone.
Yeah, Aljo, people hate him, but he keeps winning. Song Yadong, the guy's he's looming around waiting for a title shot. Corey Sandhagen's Corey Sandhagen's unbelievable. Yeah. He just hasn't had he just has bad luck. He's unreal and he's just having bad luck, bro. There's
and Umar, champ, got to be champ. In a few more fights. He beats Umar, bro.
Think he'll beat Merab?
Merab's the best bantamweight right now. Honestly, I think he is. I think he's.
I might. No bullshit.
He steamrolls.
This might.
I swear.
He probably does.
I swear he does.
No bullshit. This might be a steaming hot take. No bullshit. Merab, pound for pound skill wise, might be like 3. Up there with John and Volk. And then
crazy.
Islam.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy.
Bro, his skill set combined with his cardio and his pace and his chin and his will and just everything about him.
His work ethic.
Bro, if a fighter was really like that, like if there was more fighters like that, imagine how crazy it would be glazing them.
Yeah.
like, like think about it. Imagine middleweight had a guy like that and he was chasing Izzy. Imagine how fucking sick that'd be.
Crazy.
It'd be dope as
Bro,
shit.
Merab would have fought for the title 3 months ago if Aljo wasn't there.
He
You
would've
know
won.
that, right?
Would have won.
Would have been the title. He would, bro. Merab's
Man,
the reason
bro,
why
that
people
guy-
don't talk about Merab so much is because he's literally sitting in the back seat,
Yeah.
waiting for his friend to leave.
He's the best fighter in that division. I think he's better than Aljo.
I think he's better
I
than
think
Aljo
he's better
too.
than Aljo.
I really do think so.
Bro,
All right, we're getting off topic.
that
though.
guy is
We're getting off topic.
50 takedown attempts. 400 strikes attempted.
Ready? Go to the next one.
Wow. This is the worst one on the card.
Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green.
I
I'm
mean, really-
happy Tony Ferguson is getting an easier fight compared to who he's been getting, but he's probably gonna lose,
He's gonna lose.
especially since bro he just got subbed by Nate Diaz. Crazy to me. That was the worst performance I've ever seen in history.
Bro, this fight sucks. I'm
Tony
gonna keep
Ferg,
it a buck with you, bro. This fight is
Me
the guy
pers-
needs to stop fighting.
Me personally, I don't know why it's even on the main card. Bro, they got Michael Pereira and Wonder Boy on the prelims. Derek Lewis ass. Fuck that guy.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy's ass. I don't give a fuck. He can stay on the prelims. But, like, Wonder Boy should not be on no prelims, bro. Especially what you did with Kevin Holland. Like, Kevin Holland's above him. It's
Yeah.
Michael Chiesa. How does that make sense? Yeah, Kevin Holland has a nice name.
Bro, Wonder
I'd
Boy's
rather
Wonder
see
Boy.
Wonder Boy than
Yeah.
Kevin Holland.
Bro, this Bobby Green T-Ferg fight, bro, I just
And I feel
like it's a cool matchup. It's a cool matchup 3 years ago,
Yeah.
you know, when Ferguson was normal. Now
Yeah.
he's like Jim Miller. He's just another old head fighting
it's
still.
not even like that, bro. I feel like Tony Ferguson's name is like, we used to see Tony Ferguson's name on a card. Let's go. Let's
People thought Tony
I-
Ferguson would beat
Khabib.
Khabib.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People thought he was gonna be the guy that beat
Khabib. But like now when I see Tony Ferguson's fighting, I get mad because I don't want to see him get hurt even more
Yeah.
because I know he's gonna end up hurt at the end of the
Yeah.
fight. He wins. Thank God. You want to fight, and God knows how long. It's like
Yeah.
four or five.
Yeah, 4 years or something.
But if he loses, bro, like
You gotta retire. You gotta
stop,
leave,
man.
You should have left after Nate. You should
After
that-
Chandler, bro.
no, after
Chandler
Chandler.
knocked
He
his head off.
really should have left.
Yeah.
But then he came back against Nate. I don't know how he got approved to fight like a couple months after.
He got subbed.
That fight was with the, like
It
that,
wasn't
that
even-
fight was disgusting. They're both very Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson. Their skills are nothing to joke about, but you could tell neither one of them were really trying.
Yeah.
And the fight literally just looked like, dare I say, two amateurs.
Yeah,
like
it
it
did.
literally looked disgusting. Looks, bro. Now he's coming against Bobby Green. Bobby Green, yeah, he just got knocked out by Drew Dober, but Drew Dober has some serious power, and Bobby Green has a nice chin. Physique.
Bobby Green just fight against bro, he just fought Aaron Gordon too.
Yeah, Jared Gordon. Yeah, but he hit the headbutt.
Yeah, he hit
so
the
they
headbutt.
got yeah.
Guy
Bro.
loves to fight.
Yeah, he bro, and I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know what Ferguson's gonna do to win.
I think Bobby Green's gonna knock his ass out. to
Either
be
knock him
honest.
out, or just beat the dog out of him for 3 rounds, and just bloody him up, and just because Bobby Green realistically is taking Tony Ferguson's shots. I feel
Yeah.
because he has a good chin, and Tony Ferguson just doesn't have the same.
But his talent-
Tony Ferguson never had that crazy power. He just cut you up bad, and he'd just TKO you, you know, because he'd hurt you so much. But he
Yeah.
doesn't have that. Like Drew Dober has insane power. He knocked out Bobby Green. Perfect shot. Ferguson. His only bet is to somehow take him down and sub him.
And
Ain't
you're
no
talking about a
other
prime
way.
Tony Ferguson, how he was. Imagine this Tony Ferguson. Like, bro, he doesn't even
He's
have,
like a shell of himself.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
It's
I feel like
the names are cool, but like the matchup is just
meanings don't really make sense.
It's just like, damn, bro, like we gotta watch this. It's like one of those things. Oh, dude, we gotta watch this. But
And then we got Michael Chiesa and Kevin Holland. That's a good fight. I mean, I feel
It's
if
a good
Kevin
fight.
Holland wins, he's ranked.
yeah, it's a good fight, you know, because Kevin Holland, you know, he just knocked out Ponzinibbio. Welterweight had some hiccups. Well, he was 2-0 in welterweight, and then he went and fought Hamzat. Got destroyed, and then he decided to have a clause with Wonderboy not to do any takedown. Are you nuts? Are you not? I mean,
It's crazy.
I mean, you can't beat Wonderboy. It's probably impossible.
Oh, you're not wrong.
And he got beat up bad. So he's 2-2 in welterweight. Then he comes and he fights Ponzinibbio. So now he's 3-2. It's already 5 fights in welterweight. Pretty cool. Now he's fighting Chiesa, a certified grappler. You know, Chiesa obviously doesn't have like the wrestling of Hamzat. You know, or like back when Kevin Holland was at middleweight. Chiesa doesn't have the type of wrestling that like Vittori has, or like
Thiago Santos.
Thiago Santos, like any of those guys. You know,
Yeah.
so honestly. Man, I don't know.
I think it's going to be an exciting fight to get the card like started.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
feel
I
like
look
Kevin
at it.
Holland. I'm gonna take Kevin Holland.
I take him.
I'll take Kevin Holland. I feel like he hasn't had problems getting him down, and then Kevin Holland just gonna probably get him on a good, nice decision.
I got a crazy hot take, honestly. Wonder Boy gives Leon Edwards a run for his money at this age.
Oh.
Honestly, bro.
That's a hot take to probably everyone else, but to me, I agree.
Honestly, bro, I'm just looking at this card. Why is Wonder Boy on a prelim, bro? How, man? He's exciting. The guy does what everyone wants to see. Bro, there's a strict fan base that loves to see wrestling, realistically.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody who tunes into the UFC, they want to see kicks, they want to see elbows, they want to see punches. Why is this guy on a prelim, bro?
That should be the main card opener, no doubt.
He's below a person who he just beat the shit out of.
I know. And he's fighting a guy that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be entertaining no matter what. Like and Michael Pereira's a big ass welterweight. He's long. He's
Dude
tall.
does backflips
he's
off the
jacked.
cages.
Like that guy. Like obviously doesn't have the skills of Wonder Boy, but like, bro, you'd be surprised. You know, that his striking is good, and we're getting that. That should be the opener.
I already know that's gonna be the craziest fight of the whole night.
The crowd's gonna be going ooh and ah the whole time. I already know it.
And then not even the people who bought tickets are gonna be all there because you know how people come for like the main card.
Like casuals, the majority, you know, but most people would probably like. Bro, I mean, it's not really it's a hot take to most people. Yeah. But bro, like you put Wonder Boy right now in there with Leon Edwards.
I give him a run for his money, bro.
Like he's gonna give Leon Edwards a tough night. You know,
I won't say he beat him, but it will be a tough ass fight.
Yeah, it'll be a tougher fight than what Usman gave Leon in that second fight.
Yeah. Don't even bring that up. Do not even bring that up, bro. That was fucking disgusting. All right, but let's go on to UFC Boston, August.
Yeah. See, this is why Aljamain Sterling. This is why I like him. He gets ready to go. We already got his fight announcement. Yeah. He just won 2 weeks ago. He gave us another fight in 3 months from now, something like that. Yeah. This is why I like him. He gets down right away. He doesn't duck anybody. He's just ready to go.
Yeah.
Henry Cejudo, one of the greatest bantamweights ever. You know, one of the greatest mixed martial artists ever. Came back. Aljo said, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
He fought Peter Yan twice. Granted, what happened? Okay. He fought TJ Dillashaw, thinking TJ was healthy, whatever. The guy's not ducking anybody, you know? And now he right away said, okay, let's do Sean O'Malley. Let's do it, you know?
He gave us a little quick promo of them staring down each other in a cage. Book the fight the next week.
This is perfect. This is I'm more hyped up for this fight than any other fight announced right now. No bullshit.
Out to fucking Eljo, bro. Straight up. Honestly.
It's dope. He's like Izzy. He's an active champion. Izzy's one of the more active, if not.
He's active.
Izzy, Volk, and Aljo, good champions because they're active.
Yeah.
Love them or hate them.
Why do they always win? That's why they win.
Yeah, they're active, bro. They like to fight. They don't duck and dodge anybody. That's what especially Izzy and Volk, duck and dodge nobody. They fight whoever. That's why, man. That's why I'm so hyped up because it is Sugar Sean O'Malley he's fighting, you know, and he has like one of the bigger names in the entire sport. And bro, I'm looking more forward to this fight than the Gaethje Poirier, than the Volkanovski Yair, than any other fight they announced off the top of my head. This is probably the most anticipated. Yeah,
it's one of those fights where you just like you sit and wait, you know.
Yeah, you're like,
with
bro.
That Charles and Islam, bro. I couldn't wait like 3 months before the fight. I was thinking of
we're talking about it every day.
Yeah, so. Crazy. I can't
believe how he beat him.
All right, well, did they release the co-main event for that fight?
Yeah, Weili Zhang versus.
I don't give a fuck.
Something like
Amanda Lemos. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Basically, Weili Zhang's gonna knock this girl out.
Honestly, why is she fighting Amanda Lemos and not that Chinese girl?
Oh yeah, in China. Yeah. In Boston.
Go to China.
Go to China with that card. Go to there. But I mean, she hasn't fought in a while, so it's kind of good that they're gonna get her out of the way in Boston. Probably fight in December in China or some weird shit.
Okay.
I mean, we got Sandhagen versus Umar. We could talk about that real quick.
But they didn't officiate it.
True.
Umar just posted on his story.
We can talk about the rooms.
All right, we can talk about that. Corey Sandhagen equals game. Umar Nurmagomedov equals a beast. Prospect.
Fight in general equals banger.
Exactly. I swear. That's all you got to think.
You got a guy that's not afraid to fight a stud that's lower ranked. You got a guy that's lower ranked, not afraid to fight a stud to get his name out.
Shout out to them too.
Both finishers, both exciting, both names on the rise. Even though Sandhagen's been there.
Yeah.
Nurmagomedov has his last name to back him up. I mean, who's gonna win? I really don't know.
Yeah,
But man,
man.
sick of these Nurmagomedovs. So
You want
good.
Corey Sanders one? You sneaky
There
bastard.
you go. I'm so sick of them. I mean, how good can Russians be at fighting? I mean, how good can they be? In every weight class, they got one of those guys that are either on the way to the top or they're there and just waiting for a title shot. You got Pavlovich, light heavyweight. Don't even know.
Like heavyweight, you have Ankalaev.
Yeah, Ankalaev. Middleweight, if you consider Hamzat Russian, which he pretty much is,
Is Chech-
Hamzat. And that guy that just won. You know, and then welterweight,
Avcat.
you got- he's Kazakhstan or something.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah. And then you got Hamza if he ever wants to drop down there, you know. Lightweight, you got Islam. Featherweight, you got that one dude, Mazvar Evolov.
Yeah.
That dude's a stud, bro. Like
He's a beast.
he's excellent. And-
Flyweight, we have Muhammad Makayev.
yeah, bantamweight, you know, you got Piryan, you got Umar Nurmagomedov. Flyweight, you got Muhammad Makayev. I mean, it's ridiculous. And all those guys probably have 3 losses between them all.
Combined.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And like one draw from Ankalaev.
Oh, yeah. Ankalaev has 1 loss. Pavlovich has 1 loss. Hamza, undefeated.
More undefeated.
Muhammad
Muhammad Makayev is undefeated.
FK undefeated. If you consider him at that weight class.
He got 2 losses and 1 draw.
3 losses. Islam has 1.
Oh yeah, he's knocked out.
That is ridiculous.
Even bro, like that Usman Nurmagomedov, he's a beast too.
Yeah.
He's not even in the UFC.
Yeah, he's gonna be here soon. Probably just beat the shit out of everyone too.
What is he? What weight class
I
is
think
he?
he's welterweight or middleweight, something like that.
He is welterweight.
Bro, it's crazy how good these Russians are at fighting. They make it look so easy and simple. Like, and they don't overcomplicate nothing. I'm gonna take you down, beat the shit out of you, and I'm gonna do it again next round until I either get a finish or I win a decision. And then for the ones that are striking, like Pavlovich or Savkat or Hamza, if he wants to strike, I mean, or even Umar, he has nice striking. Those guys, I mean, they just have unbelievable power and they just knock people out.
Is there any more fight news? I think that's it. Top of my head, that's all I can think of. Our next time we go live, we're gonna go live on Wednesday, Thursday, probably Thursday. We should talk about Connor and
Oh yeah. Just when there's one more.
it was Eric Lewis, that trash can.
No, it wasn't from today. It was earlier.
Maybe I can refresh your.
Refresh my mem. Oh, we say we talk about Almeida, Hilton.
Oh yeah,
That guy.
that guy's scary. He's a fucking dog.
Hot take incoming.
I'm ready.
Jailton Almeida
Talk to me.
is the 3rd best heavyweight in the world right now.
Who's the 2 guys above him?
Pavlovich, John Jones.
Respectful.
Realistically.
Respectful.
You don't think Almeida beats Cyril Gane?
Oh, he whoops that dude's ass.
Yeah,
honestly.
just a terrible matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just go through the facts here. Wrestlers in the heavyweight division, right? They're dominant. Curtis Blades, fought Pavlovich. I consider Pavlovich the 2nd best. Pavlovich knocked him out. Fair.
And he didn't even try to wrestle him.
But like Cyril Gane, what's his weakness? Takedown defense. Not Stipe. I mean, maybe Stipe now because he's old. He's not just as explosive. Derek Lewis. One of these heavy. Yeah,
Eric Lewis is ass.
you know, bro. Like, if you have amazing wrestling in the heavyweight division, you're easily one of the best there is. Yeah, John Jones, amazing wrestling, won him the title wrestling. Curtis Blades, his only losses to guys with insane power. But other than that, he's beaten everyone else through wrestling. In the heavyweight division. Almeida, guy absorbed 0 strikes in 5 UFC fights, both at light heavyweight and heavyweight. Why? Because he takes people down and he just beats on them, or he just subs them. It's crazy. And now he's a real heavyweight because he was already like a heavyweight, like hybrid, because he was fighting a bunch of another word,
light heavyweights.
Catchweight fights, like 225-ish is what they were doing. Now he's officially moved to heavyweight, and he is jacked and shredded. Crazy. He's so strong, bro. You see when he looked at that choking, how, bro, like Rosenstruck, that has no takedown defense. You're not gonna beat this guy, bro. It's just not gonna happen.
Got taken down so easy,
bro. Like now, like I'm a favorite Almeida over Gane, Tuivasa. Pavlovich, that'll be a good fight. That one's interesting. Bro, Spivak. Yeah, he hasn't lost in a while. I don't think he's probably lost ever. Maybe we'll beat Derek Lewis. That guy's a stud, bro. Like Almeida is he's a problem.
I see Almeida's next fight. I just see it already. Almeida versus Tai Tuivasa.
That's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck.
I don't want to see that because you want to know why? Because obviously I'm gonna put my money. I'm not gonna bet, but I'll put my money on Almeida, right? And majority of people are. And then if he wins, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's it. He's the greatest fighter in the world. He's excellent." But that's a matchup we all know where he's gonna win. Like that's not a tough matchup for him. And I love Tuivasa. He's entertaining as shit.
I want to see him against Pavlovich.
Already fought Pavlovich. Tuivasa?
Oh. Here's
Almeida?
Yeah.
That'd be.
I think it's time, man. Book him.
Yeah, just book it.
Book him.
Book that or book him versus Cyril. Nah.
Cyril Gane, I know he'll probably duck that fight on it.
Yeah,
he will not take that
that's
fight.
a steep fight.
First of all, he's on top of him.
That's a steep fight for Cyril Gane, unless he's like in the mountains right now. Dagestanis.
I mean, he's been saying since that John Jones, he's been wrestling.
I know, but you gotta do it with the best. You gotta go to the Dagestanis in the mountains, cold, run 9 miles in the morning, wrestle bears, then you'll get
good.
Cyril Gane with wrestling would be unbelievable.
It'd be crazy.
Too bad it's too late to develop that skill.
It is, bro. You're not gonna beat a wrestler who's been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah, you know, fresh out of high school.
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
Like nobody's out wrestling John Jones. Maybe he wasn't a D1 wrestler. What was he, like NAI or D3?
He was D2.
D2. Okay, he wasn't D1, but man, he's been wrestling for God knows how long. Nobody's beating him in wrestling. Even you bring an Olympic gold wrestler from any country. You bring him and put him in an octagon with John Jones, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, it's a different type of wrestling.
Different.
People don't understand.
So like,
Daniel Cormier, one of the greatest wrestlers, you know, in recent memory. John Jones took him down like cake. Didn't even get it taken down. There's levels.
All right, we don't gotta bring
like Jailton Almeida. That guy, he has that. He just has that aura of like, who's gonna beat him? Who's the guy to beat him?
I don't know.
I don't know at the moment. Like
who did beat him? Because he has one loss. Who the fuck beat him?
Two. Probably some dude earlier.
2 losses. He's 16-2, I believe.
I think he's 19.
Probably.
I mean, the guy's ridiculous. I mean, that guy's nice with it.
What we eating today? Hungry, bro. 19-2.
Arvin.
Wanna end this?
Nothing else?
I don't know. On the top of my head, that's not what I wrote down. So all the fight.
And I like when big news like this happens. It's so easy to talk about. Yeah, just the best sport, bro. When Dana White gives a special announcement, nothing beats it, bro. Nothing beats it. Alex Pereira's already fighting at light. Why? I don't know. Am I gonna watch? God damn.
I love when Dana White goes live.
Yeah, bro. Cause you don't really know what's gonna happen. Like nobody expected the BMF title to be up against those two. Those two guys were. I was probably picturing them to get a rematch in, but like not a main event. This is that of a card. Alex Pereira. Behold. Bobby. Real quick before we end it, I want to talk about the losers of the announcement. People that didn't get booked. Hamzat.
Hamzat's fighting in October, man.
I know him and Yuri I targeted, but I guess Yuri said it's not official or something like that. Like the losers of the card, like Ankalaev, like his deal, you know.
Depressed over his tie.
Yeah, I feel like there's just some like losers. Like, what's Merab gonna do now? Aljo's booked.
I think he's gonna fight Henry soon.
I feel like the losers of the losers of the announcements are like
they're sick.
I feel like, bro, we should have got Hamza. I know Hamza's supposed to fight in Abu Dhabi in October, but like, give us an opponent at least. Paulo Costa's supposed to be it, not anymore. Who's he gonna fight at middleweight? Who's he gonna fight at middleweight?
October's too long either way, bro. Think about October. October's in like freaking
5 months or something.
5 months.
Who's he gonna fight at middleweight? That has like a rep for themselves. That's not
probably
Derek Brunson.
God, setting it up.
You pussies.
Eskarov beats Paulo Costa in July. Rematch against Hamzat.
That'd be dope.
Why wouldn't you do that?
No, that'd be dope.
They are setting it up. I swear they are.
That'd be dope. But not many people know. Not many people know about this guy. You know that like they lost to Hamza. You know, people just like want to see Hamza against these people we already know. You know, like, bro, like it'd be a dope fight for people that like know about their history. That'd be sick. But realistically, who's he against the leader of Duplessis and Whitaker?
What I said in the group chat.
That's A1. Do that. I mean, who's he gonna fight? Jack Hermans?
Jack Herman's not that bad.
He's not that bad, but like,
That's not a
I'm not
fight
gonna
to
see that match. Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vittori,
Vittori's ass.
Roman Dolce. You think I care about him versus Hamza?
That guy's even worse.
Derek Brunson. I mean, make it make sense. I don't want to see him fight these guys, bro. Fight someone that's gonna get you a title shot that has a name for himself. A title eliminator after the Whitaker.
Look it. That shit was fire.
All right, you guys. How many people are watching for that?
Oh, there was like 6, 7.
Damn. All right, you guys. There's a stream. Probably one of the better streams we've had because the announcements were crazy. But yeah, we might go live either Thursday or Friday. Talk about other things, but right now, main focus is we guys get some Joaquin Buckley clips out because Joaquin Buckley is fighting this Saturday against Andre Fialho. So stay tuned for a bunch of posts about